Yes, sir, good people. Yeah, we switched it up a little bit today. I should turn this around. Hold on. Turn this table around first. How's everybody feeling? It's Wednesday. It's that halftime, right? That halftime check. Have you been doing what you said you was going to do this week? Have we been doing what we said we're going to do this week? Oh, let me adjust the camera a little bit. Give me a sec. Even though I like it showing the Montclair. I like it showing that. What we on today? My bad. Y'all know how it goes. When I adjust the camera, I gotta turn this off. See, it's just 2 seconds. 2 second style. What's good with y'all, man? What y'all drinking today? I got my lime juice and water. Yo, I swear, I don't know. This change of temperature been killing you, boy. Golly. Oh yeah, we back here. So we're back in Jersey. Hopefully you can catch that Montclair High playoff game today. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how work does. Where work takes us. We'll see. If we can make that. That'll be dope. If not, good luck to them young men. Good luck to Smurf. Good luck. Okay, the building is filling up. And if you notice on the bottom, we got weird times we're living in because the topic for today was staying on topic. So we're going to make sure that we actually get to what we were going to get to. But no worries. Y'all know I'm cool. We're going off on the tangents. It's just what we do. Please make sure as you join that you're liking for the algorithm. It's going to pump it to a bunch of different people. We want the more the merrier. The more having this conversation, the better. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the more people possible. Hold on. My fault. Yeah, so like I said, Sharon in the building, Kiki. Sharon said, good morning, Grand Rising. Hold on, I ain't put my Grand Rising, good people, my bad. Kiki, do you love me? Grand Risings, happy Wednesday. I'm drinking mushroom tea and sea moss. It's disgusting to be honest, but you know it's so good for you, right? You know it's so good for you. That's the growth. When we start doing stuff that we know we're just doing it because it's good for us, rather than it actually tasting good. Do we have a video on that today? No, we got a bunch of different stuff for y'all today, though. I actually got to go grab my coffee in a sec. When I finish this line, I'll go grab my coffee. But yeah, okay. I like the little switch up. If you guys can see the back of my wall, those panels, man, those panels don't stay on the wall. The other wall that I usually record on with the white paneling, those panels don't stay on. The panels come off, then tore the paint off the wall. I don't know. It is what it is. We'll adjust. We'll adapt. It's just what we do. So what do we got for y'all today? We got what, and side note, Tafari and I had a dope convo yesterday, man. I hope Big Bro comes on. Not to share the combo, but just to come on. I think we hit a sweet spot. But we're gonna get right into these. What is the world coming to? And when I say the world, I mean our society, global society, across the board. I don't know what it is, man. Yesterday, it got to the point where I was on the plane flying back, and something just told me, like, yo, write a letter. I don't know who I wrote it to, but I just wrote a letter. And it's something that my dad always did. So maybe I got it from him. It's funny how we start taking stuff from our parents. But my dad, when, I don't know, I could just remember times, he was always a direct communicator, like speaking. He always was very, very, very direct in his communication style. Maybe that's where I get it from. But he used to always write letters. I shouldn't say but, he used to always write letters. And he used to always write letters to us. And a lot of these letters, they it allows you to, when you're reading a letter, it kind of allows you to remove a lot of the lack of listening that comes from a communication where you're just talking to somebody and it may turn into a debate where you're listening to what they're saying, but you're really just listening to respond with your point. So what the letter does, it allows you to kind of go through it at your own pace. There's nobody to respond to. If you're going to respond, maybe you can write down some notes, or you could read through it and then kind of gather your thoughts together. But it allows you to process what the other person is saying, what the other person is feeling in a better way. So I just decided to write a letter. I was writing a letter, like just some thoughts that I had. I don't even know. I forget what it was even about. I know it was about society, but I forget like literally what the point of it was. I was just like throwing a whole bunch of, it was like literally just welcoming people into my thoughts. So that was that. Oh, before we, hold on. I need y'all to do me a favor. Before we continue, and I think because we already had 5,000, I probably neglected it. But before we continue, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to go to the link, click share. Go to that link, click share. And when you click share, either share it with a friend, share it with the group message, send it to the group message. Let them join. Let them tell you how crazy I am, how you listen to this show, how you engage in this show, how are you a part of this show? Because for real, y'all really are a part of it. But yeah, share it with a friend. We're looking to grow. We're looking to grow the conversation, not just for views, but for engagement, for conversation purposes. Everybody brings a different thing to the table. Everybody brings a different perspective. So hopefully that's the whole reason with DE&I, right? To solve problems. You want different perspectives. So that's what we're on today. Let's get into the first video. So we got a couple different videos where over the weekend, I was just watching them and I'm sitting back and I'm saying like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like, what the hell is going on? Why is some of this stuff being pushed the way it's being pushed? Why are these professionals so comfortable appearing as like ratchet and like ghetto in a lot of ways, which you would describe? And it was just mind-boggling. It was mind-boggling. Like the goal used to be, to conduct yourself in a professional manner. Not to say that you got to go to the job and say, yes, I'm David. Yes, I do this, I do that. I'm not, be yourself, but since when is being yourself having to be somebody else or having to be the culture that your particular brand of people may align with? So therefore you're actually not being yourself. You're just trying. Like a lot of times you see people didn't come from a particular background, but act like they want to be from that background. And in this particular instance that I'm talking about, it's the DA of Fulton County, the district attorney. Yes, probably which should be maybe the most intelligent person in the county. You guys, matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. I'm gonna just play the video and you guys tell me what you think. And we're gonna talk about these because I think that they're huge issues. And whenever political figures are becoming a reflection of the culture in order to persuade particular people in the culture rather than leading the culture, or leading change that may make the culture better, we have a problem. And it's just like what I talked about with Fat Joe telling us that the White House reaches out to him, to kind of get the pulse of what's going on in the streets. You see Mayor Eric Adams meeting with these rappers that we talked about. It's like, bro, there's some other people that you could be meeting with that would probably be more conducive to us fixing a lot of the problems within our community, rather than you just trying to pander to particular individuals that you see are leaders. So therefore you can just convince everybody else to vote blindly because, oh, well, Fat Joe rocking with them, so I'm rocking with him too. Shy. Oh yeah, you gotta Shy, you should definitely, you didn't miss anything. We're just kind of getting into my thoughts a little bit. I was telling everybody that, I wrote a letter yesterday. I don't know to who, but I was kind of just letting people in on some of my thoughts. I'm going to put it on. I didn't even proofread it yet. I got to put it on LinkedIn. Oh, yo, that's another thing. because I think I'm going to start writing letters every month, like just open letters, just addressing certain issues. It's just a different form of communication. I think I've gotten very lazy with my communication and just relying on video purposes like this on social media. But there's power in that pen and pad, man. There's power in that pen and pad for a lot of the reasons that I just described, but on a global level, like it's there. Like once it's there, and it gives people a different way to digest that information. So I think it's valuable. But the proofreading, it wastes time. It takes time. I shouldn't say it wastes time, but yo, it's okay to have mistakes. That's kind of the mindset that I'm on. It's okay to have mistakes. It is what it is. I'd rather save that time. It takes longer to proofread than to write the actual letter. I'd rather save that time and get on to something else, but I don't know. But let's get into this video. You guys tell me if you see an issue with this. I see a huge issue with it. It's weird. I don't know why this is the strategy, but it's where we are. Y'all know I don't like that little corner. Why they put me in a little corner? Don't put me in the corner. All right, so let me make this full screen. And it's our girl Candace. Y'all know we love Candace on this show. All right, let's just sit back. I'm gonna try to comment as little as possible, because I really just want y'all to give me y'all thoughts and to process it without me narrating it. So,
and Fani Willis to cast them on Love and Hip Hop, it will be the biggest missed opportunity ever. So let me just take you through some of these clips very quickly. First and foremost, Fani Willis, she speaks Ebonics. Here is her describing her reimbursement policy with Nathan Wade. It's a pretty fast.
All right, so I do got to give y'all some, I'm not going to interrupt, but I got to give y'all some information. So if you're not familiar with the story, so this is the lady that decided to indict Trump when it came to accusing Trump of trying to take over the election, of election fraud or something like that. I don't really know the particulars, but that's that particular case. I'm sure maybe you guys are familiar with it. The issue is this lady, Fani Willis. Remember, a matter of fact, I showed y'all. We went over the video. Remember the video that I showed y'all where she was in church and she was trying to sound like a pastor, and she was talking about how she's getting attacked with all these rumors of her sleeping with or having sexual relationships. I did not have sexual relations with that lady. She did the whole Bill Clinton, but it came to this dude that she had hired as the special prosecutor to do Donald Trump's case, but he didn't even practice law in that particular area. So it's a guy named Nathan Wade, good-looking black man, and pretty much she said in front of everybody, kept denying it, came in front of the church, denied having, a relationship with him, but then just came out and said, yeah, we had a relationship since, I think she tried to say since 2022, but then her friend, one of her close friends that used to work in the department, but later left because of, she said some things that she wasn't comfortable with that were happening, said that they were in a relationship since 2019, like kissing in public, hugging in public, all this other stuff. So she's just a blatant liar, but she's the district attorney. She's already admitted to going on multiple vacations with the guy in which she hired him, right? So she hired him. And so that means her department paid him. And then he used his business money to take her and him on vacation. Y'all see the conflict of interest, right? Yeah. All right. So it's not hard to understand. But now they're pretty much got put out there. So they're going through this hearing of whether or not they should be taken off the case when it comes to Trump. So they're going through all this. So she got put on the stand, and that's where we are. So this is her hearing. She's on the stand, and this is how she's conducting herself.
It's in loose reimbursement policy. Take a listen.
And then he tells me how much it is, and I give him the money back. I don't, just like you're asking me about the money with Robin, I don't do my friends like that. So if you tell me it's a G, then you're going to get $1,000. Whatever it is, I didn't ever make him produce receipts to me. Whatever he told me it was, I gave him his money back.
Yeah, you heard her, right? She don't do her friends like that. If whatever you tell me what it is, like you say it's a G, I'm going to give you a G. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm just going to give you a G. I got you. We friends. It's cool. I listen to you. Further to that point, it's because Fani Willis, she don't need no man. Take a listen.
And did the forthcoming indictment have anything to do with that?
Ooh.
Or was it just a coincidence?
Let's go on and have the conversation.
I've just asked you whether or not it was a coincidence.
Had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy.
My dad. This is my daddy.
Is there
house.
anything else you would like to add to that?
No?
Sure.
But I'm sure we'll talk about it further.
No, we're not going to talk about it further.
All right, no back and forth, Mr. Sadon. Next question.
Ooh, you heard her right. Ain't no man but her daddy. Okay? And she kind of does this.
Since when did this become the popular thing, the popular way to conduct yourself? What's so wild is she's trying to act like, I don't even think she comes from that type of background. What type of background? Whatever type of background would be speaking like that. And a lot of that's just, you know, how you speak within the culture when you talk to your friends and stuff like that. That's cool. But anybody that actually came from let's say, not to say that only people in poverty speak like that, but if you come from a particular background where very urban, whatever it may be, a black environment, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not sugarcoating shit for y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. You come from that type of background, those type of real people that come from that background will be on that stand conducting themselves super professional. They would be stressing about making sure that they're coming across as professional as possible. She's the opposite. And that's what you see a lot of people doing. You see a lot of professionals, and I got to talk about the women. I got to talk about the ladies. Let's talk about the ladies. Later on, we're going to talk about Van Jones and how these sucker men are destroying the world. But let's focus on the ladies right now. I've said it plenty of times on this show. You cannot tell the difference. You cannot tell the difference based on how a lot of these professional black women with all on the spectrum, whatever the over here is, and I'm not saying we're not going to do a vertical spectrum and say, well, why is this person above this person? Let's do a horizontal spectrum. Let's say over here is the most professional, I don't know, proper, and over here is the most ratchet, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. Everybody dresses the same. Everybody looks the same. Everybody listens to the same music. Everybody twerking. Everybody doing the same thing. Everybody has embraced the very same culture. But the problem is that, and it's not the problem that everybody embraces the same culture. The problem is that the culture that we're embracing is detrimental to our development and our growth. Why is she talking like that? If I say it's a G, then I'm just gonna give you that. Like, shut up, bro. You sound crazy. You're making us look terrible. But why is it so appealing? That's the question. Why does the White House feel the need? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but why is the White House reaching out to Fat Joe? I'm not even saying why in a bad way. I'm saying why. Let's think, actually, why are they doing that? Why is Mayor Eric Adams sitting down with Mano? Like, I'm just confused. I actually want to know why. Now, anybody can sit down with the mayor. You know, I've sat down with the mayor of Mount Vernon, you know, different programs. But I can tell you exactly why. We were looking to develop a health and wellness program for a lot of the city officials. And then hopefully that would trickle down and create these different community events where we can have health and wellness fair. I can tell you why. But why these people, and it's a shame we may show this other video where you got, what's the guy, Bowman, the one that lied about pulling the emergency button a long time ago, where now they created like this hip hop alliance or something where the politicians are coming together to try to use hip hop to be, and it's just like, yo, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing? Why are we so stuck on this culture that destroys us? Why do we embrace it? And the people, I'm not going to say the people at the top, but the people, matter of fact, I will say in this regard, the people with the power, they just use it to benefit them individually and their self-interest. They do not care how it affects us. Let's keep, hold on. Let me make sure I'm keeping up with the. Oh, big bro Tafari's in the building. I don't need anything from a man, but who's guarding her? She said a man's a companion, right? So I looked up companion. A companion, a person or animal with whom one spends a lot of time with or with whom one travels. Okay, so the second one is one of a pair of things intended to complement or match each other. Yeah, we're not matching each other. And we're not like, but they could go back to that first definition, a person or animal with whom one spends a lot of time with or whom one travels. Yeah, I guess that was her travel companion. And think about what a lot of women looking for right now. They don't care what you look like. Y'all already know what we're talking about. Those pictures where all them ladies going on vacations. And you're always wondering like, yo, who's taking these photographs? So maybe people are just looking for companions. Maybe people are just looking for companions. Tafari wrote, they do the same thing because women are born to follow. Unfortunately, they're choosing to follow the wrong shit. I agree. They definitely are choosing the wrong stuff. I agree. All right, let's keep going.
This, and you can tell that now her and Mr. Wade are not on great terms since this affair has been exposed. She regularly kind of insults him and says these sorts of things. But then in a rather glorious flip, she admits that she has other options for men, but then she goes, oh, no, but I'm not going to, well, I don't know, I'll just let you guys listen.
And I do appreciate the
I'm not
characterization.
going to emasculate a black man, but I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not going to emasculate a black man. Did you understand that?
All right.
Well, I don't think.
So what do we garner from this? She's a feminist, obviously. She can take care of herself, but also she wants you to remember that she is a black woman and she is not going to emasculate a black man, even though she routinely does it all throughout the thing, of course, by saying that she could have had any other man, and this was just one of many options. As I said, VH1, do not miss this opportunity. I think my favorite part in this entire hearing is when she just sort of comes right out and admits she's pretty stupid as a defense, because obviously they are concerned about these payments that she made, $650,000+ to Wade. They want to know, like, what are you guys doing around the world? What about these trips? How many continents have you been on? It's a very basic question. How many continents have the two of you been on together? And my goodness, you guys, here is how she responds.
You also said that he was a world traveler and had been on many of the continents.
I've been to 6.
Have you been on any of those continents with him? Besides this one?
Where's Belize? What continent is that? I'm not being funny. I don't know.
Let's say, with the
I've been
exception
to
of...
Belize with him. I've been to the Bahamas with him. I've been with Aruba with him. Don't embarrass me. I'm not sure what continents those are on. Whatever continents those are, that's where I've been. I'm sure if I gave it some thought, I would tell you. But whatever continents those are, that I've been to those locations, sir.
But not Australia or any other continents?
I don't even want to go to Australia. I do know he took a trip in December to Australia. I have no idea, I don't know anything about that trip.
Look, I'm on her side. Don't ask these questions. You trying to embarrass me? You trying to ask me what continent I've been to? Like, okay, I don't know. I don't know where Belize is. And for no reason, let's just take a shot at the Aussies, right? I don't want to go to Australia. Nope. I don't want to go to Australia. You are out of line here trying to ask me to name continents. I do not have that level of intelligence, and it's very clear what you're trying to do. I would argue what that man was doing right there was racist. Yeah. Why would we have to know where the continents were? I'm a DA down here in Fulton County. I don't have to know anything. Okay? We keep it legit. We keep it $120 down here in Fulton. She's also legally equipped to be the district attorney of Fulton County that she then appears to implicate herself.
Only watching like
in
a
crime.
minute more. I can't.
She is describing, they're asking her at least, like, where are you getting all of this cash that you claim to keep on hand? Where is it coming from? Listen to her answer.
So my question was, where did that cash originally come from, if it didn't come out of the bank?
Cash is fungible. I had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from, when you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that.
Yep. Yeah, she doesn't know where the money's come from. She doesn't know where the money's going. She can't count her money, but definitely I'm sure that Fulton County, when it comes to counting votes, everything is above bar. I mean, this is supposed to be the smartest woman in the county. She's a district attorney. And so, yeah, totally trust the process down there. No corruption when it comes to the votes. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are not worthy. We deserve more of this. We need to see.
Yeah, so what do y'all think about this? When y'all see this, does this bother y'all? It halfway enrages me, but the other half is just kind of like me just shrugging my shoulders, and I expect it. We've glorified such a terrible culture, and we've allowed ourselves to be manipulated and controlled by celebrities that, even though, like, even in the conversation that Tafari and I were having, whether you consider them leaders or influencers, they're playing a vital role in directing us in a particular way. And that particular way is not in a positive direction for us. Why do you think she's trying to make this appeal to the general population and trying to win in the court of public opinion by appearing to be, quote unquote, blacker? With the shit, whatever you would call it. Oh, she's a real one. Did you see how she went up there? This is terrible. It's disgusting. This is supposed to be our best, our representation of what we're supposed to tell our daughters and the young women that we're raising in our families, in our villages, that, hey, this is somebody that you can look up to. It's like we've just gone backwards. We've just gone backwards in so many different ways. And who knows? All right. We're not gonna spend any more time on that. I do want y'all to take a look at, like I said, we're gonna bring the attention over to the men a little bit. I want y'all to look at this Van Jones. So Jason Whitlock, y'all know we love Jason Whitlock. Y'all love Jason Whitlock. Stop playing. I know a lot of y'all may not feel that way, but it doesn't matter. We're going to take a look at this, and I want y'all to take a look at this exchange. So one of the things that always comes to mind whenever we talk about different issues that we have, any problem that we have, it always comes back to that word accountability. And there's always a certain group that seems to want to take accountability off of a particular person and put victimhood on them. And when you remove accountability from a person, we all know, everybody else may not know, but us on this show, I believe that we know that that's going to make it less likely for us to achieve any goal, any change that we're looking to achieve, anything. Whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to make more money, whether you want to become a better person, it all starts with a certain level of accountability, right? Just like AA, right? You become accountable for who you are and accept certain things about yourself. So let's take a look at this. And I want to get y'all thoughts. Hold on. Is this the right place for me to? Hold on. Let me make it a little bigger. Let's go through this, because Van Jones, and in case y'all haven't heard me talk about Van Jones, this is the dude that they got on. He's always on TV crying and whining, like literally crying, whining, playing this victim role. Like they pay black men a lot of money. Just like how Fannie said, I'm not trying to emasculate. A man not holding themselves accountable and a man that doesn't hold other people accountable is not only emasculating, allowing themselves to be emasculated, but is emasculating others just based on their influence, in my opinion.
Time this over the weekend on Friday, shooting, it's stereotypical gang violence. We talk about it. Nobody but
one time where
But they're talking about that Kansas City parade
watch
shooting.
what Van Jones has to say.
Let's take a look at the exchange.
media who do not care about blacks killing blacks. And this is the one time where I think, I mean, you always hear, pretty white girl, oh, they'll cover that.
Let me ask y'all a question. Why is that? Why is that? Like, and I've been on both sides of the whole black on black, argument, black on black crime. But why is it that? Like, why is it that there can be a record number of killings in Chicago and New York and New Orleans, whatever these cities are, Baltimore, DC, all of these black cities? Why do we not care about that? Why is that not relevant news? Why are those not considered mass shootings, a lot of them? Why is it just not an issue? Why should we not be aware of that? Why should we not care about that?
No, the blacks killing blacks will not get covered by the media. That's a huge media problem, and you'll all laugh at me, but I'm going to say it because I'm right.
Very right.
Because of this
Far right.
is illegitimacy. All of these young men do not have fathers, and that is a huge, huge source of it. Anything that could be done to reduce the illegitimacy rate, particularly among the black community, it would be astronomical, the changes.
Before he responds, we all accept that. Well, I think a lot of us have accepted that on this show. We talk about this all the time, that the main problem is the lack of fathers in the home, the lack of leadership, the lack of discipline. Everything that happens to a family when you remove, well, now we're talking about black families. Everything that happens to black families when you remove the father from the household. Kids are more likely to join a gang because they're looking for that camaraderie. They're looking for that protection. They're looking for all the things that a father brings to the table, a father brings to the family that they do not have. So therefore, they're looking for it in other areas. We've talked about how it impacts young women. Young women now do not have a representation of the type of man that they should be looking for. They do not have that protection from a father. Just like they talk about, we talked about it before with people that prey on little kids, child molesters. The first thing that they look for is a child without a father in the life. Because they're not protected. They're more vulnerable. They're easier to manipulate. For all these different reasons. Like, we sit back and it's like we don't, for a community that plays victim so much, it's like we don't look at the tactics and strategies that our quote unquote enemies are using in order to hurt us. Social programs. Why were those so effective? We'll give you all this assistance, whether it's food stamps, whether it's help on your rent, whatever else it may be. We'll provide this to you as long as you don't have a man in the house. As long as you don't have a man in the house. So now the government becomes the father. And we looked at the studies. Maybe I should pull up the study on Friday where it said that children growing up, now whatever factors they used to determine successful, I think it was kids young boys going to jail, and then young women getting pregnant early, where they looked at, and I'm sure they used other factors. Well, I'll look up the study again. Maybe we'll talk about it on Friday. But the point of the study was to show that kids growing up in a fatherless house where it's just a woman leading the household, they significantly suffered. But a kid growing up with a father in the household, even if there was no mother there, just a single parent, father ran household, those kids had the same results as a kid growing up with both parents in the household. So we understand it just is what it is. This is not saying women are less important, not at all. It's just saying when it comes to particular areas of how kids will turn out, the father is very vital. Think about the things that a father brings to the table. Now, there's a lot of things that a mother brings to the table, but the father's going to bring the discipline, the structure. All right? Those are the things that are very vital to a kid how a kid turns out. So with all these things, the main point that I wanted to address is that when you remove a father from the household, it is the leading cause to every single issue in our community, I will argue. A strong father, a strong, intelligent father will solve all of our issues. And I'm just speaking to the black community because that's what they're speaking on. Now, we accept this, we acknowledge it. Now, Van Jones is one of, you would say, this is, I guess, one of the arguments between, that Tafari and I were having with what I consider a leader. I wouldn't follow him, but he's definitely influential. So therefore, he definitely, in my opinion, leads certain people. And I would say that a misleader is also a leader. And you guys take a look at what he's about to say.
Do you know, just one fact, if you take away the factor of illegitimacy, the difference in the black and the white crime rate disappears?
That sounds about right. Right? That sounds like something that Van Jones should celebrate and get behind and say, you're absolutely right. And this is something that we need to address. If this is a solution to a lot of the problems that we face, we need to get behind this.
It's an amazing fact.
It would be an amazing fact if it were true, but look, well, I mean, it is a big part of it. Listen, I've got two very small children. I've got my eye on this problem a lot. I'm trying to raise black kids here in Los Angeles. I'm not a part of the pro-crime lobby.
So everybody's been programmed. Oh, it's
let's hold on. I want to run it back for a couple different reasons.
Factor of
Did he address the question, or did he do exactly what we accuse other people of doing? I have black friends. You just relate it to yourself. Somebody says, I'm not racist, I have black friends. He's doing the same thing, just in a different way. It's the same tactic. He's pretty much saying, discredit everything that she's saying because I have black kids. I care. I have black kids. So I care about this issue. But you're not addressing the actual thing that she said. And it being a fact. You said that what she said, it would be something if it was a fact. But, if it was true, it would be an amazing fact. Bro, it is true. And you did the little slick stuff where it's not like, you didn't even say that it wasn't true. You just said, you just implied that it wasn't. You allowed people the ability to question it. You wanted people to get a little laugh and stuff like that. This is, if you look at this man, this is the problem with the black community. This is the square that grew up, that was a geek all his life, that never got any attention, and will do any and everything to garnish the attention of individuals and the money that comes from spewing a lot of this nonsense. This is what happens. Then you get these lames and these geeks that never felt good about themselves to reach out to Fat Joe and tell him, hey, you got an ear to the streets. What's going on in the streets? Da-da-da. And they're just so excited to be around Fat Joe because they're such lames. So they just want to be around celebrities to feel better about themselves. They were never comfortable in their own skin, so therefore they'll do any and everything to garnish this attention that I'm talking about. These weak, geeky, and when I say geek, I'm not talking about somebody who was just in the books. When I say geek, because those are good geeks. What I'm talking about are these lames that never felt comfortable in their own skin, and that's perfectly fine. But what makes it lame is that they always seek the attention of others and will do any and everything for it. When you're cool being yourself, and I shouldn't even say that's fine, but I was going to say it's fine if you eventually get over it. Be comfortable being who you are. If you're into books, if you're into computers, be comfortable with that. But when you're always seeking the attention and validation of others, you're always going to be led. Even if you become a position of great influence to where people are looking at you and you lead a particular way in a particular community, you are being led. A leader stands on principles, morals, and values. That's the only thing they're led by. They're not led by a political party. They're not led by any type of mob mentality that comes from a religion. They're led by their principles, morals, and values, period. Let me make sure nobody commented on it. Hold on. Safari wrote, bro, I'm not taking the blame from men. This is what people say, right? When they're about to take the blame from men. All right. So Safari wrote, bro, I'm not taking the blame from men, but the government and feminism make it impossible for a man to stay put. Women jump ship like there's free food at the bottom and show they don't give a shit about. Show that they don't give a shit about their own kids. They're so selfish that they will sabotage their lives and kids' future for nothing. Hold on. So let me figure out. So you're saying that the government and feminism make it impossible for a man to stay put. Women jump ship like this. Hold on. Let me get my buttons.
Ooh, you sound like a victim. Ooh, you sound like a victim.
Safari, stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop. 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 We just got to, yo, stop. Our leadership is the role, bro. Either we're accepting it or we not. Either we're accepting the leadership and everything that comes along with it. Leaders, you think that every leader on a football team or on a corporate team, that everybody just follows exactly how they want you to follow? No, some leadership roles are much harder than others. It just is what it is. But saying it's like, oh my God, they're making it impossible for me to lead. It's just not going to help, bro. It's just not going to help. It's just not going to help. What did I say? We're in a cool battle. We're in a cool battle. I could sit here and let's say that kids I have a great job and, you know, I'm doing things, a lot of positive things for the community. And I believe that I should be a role model. People should look up to me. But then I'm sitting here saying, well, it's unfair because they want to look up to Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy and you know, they got so much money behind them and backing behind. So what? We got to figure out a way to make ourselves more appealing to the people that we want to follow. It is what it is. We know the battle that we're in. We know the battle that we're in. Shoot, I'm sure you've gotten into the ring with a lot of people where it's like, on paper, this ain't looking good for me. But you figure out a way. So I can't even allow you to do that, bro. I can't allow you to do that because I know that that's not how you really think. I've had conversations with you, bro. And if you are thinking like that, we need you not. Bro, what did we just say? Removing accountability. Anybody who removes accountability. Now, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that you're even though you're saying you're not removing accountability from men, right after that, when you talk about women, it is removing accountability from men. Yo, forget what them women think, bro. We the leaders. Forget the government and forget what feminist women think. They don't make it impossible. When you say, think about what you just said, bro. That's like somebody going into a battle or somebody going into a boxing match and saying like, yo, these refs make it impossible for me to win. Think about the mindset that you're going in. You already got a defeated mentality. We can't afford that, bro. I don't care if you got to manipulate yourself into thinking something that ain't it. If you got to lie to yourself, lie to yourself. We do it all the time in other areas. But when you say, but the government and feminism make it impossible for a man to stay put, how does the government, well, let me ask you this. How does the government and feminism make it impossible for a man to stay put? Women jump ship like there's food at the bottom and shows they don't give a shit. No, I think that, and we'll play the video that you were talking about because I think that that's what you're referring to. If women jump ship, then that just means for an average man or whatever you want to call it, then that means we just maybe got to go above that. If women are jumping ship to something that they perceive as better, then that just means we got to be better than that. We're fighting a cool battle. We know this. You talking about influencers? I'm talking about leadership. I don't know how that's relevant, bro. Explain it to me. I'm not saying that it's not. I just don't know what that means. Safari wrote, if there's a mountain in the way, I'm going to tell you there's a mountain in the way. Now, at least we understand the journey is going to be harder. Yeah, but that's, if there's a mountain in the way and we're about to have to climb up a mountain and you're saying, oh, this is impossible. Who would say that? No, you're going to say, yo, it's going to be a tough task and we need to prepare accordingly in order to get above this mountain. You're not going to sit there and say like, yo, damn, this mountain's impossible. Trust me, I know. It's impossible to get over this mountain. What's that going to do to the mindset of the people that you're trying to get over the mountain? And bro, don't just respond to just respond. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, we got a tough task. Yeah, we got a tough task. Okay, maybe our parents' generation of men and our grandparents' generation of men put us in a tough bind. I agree with that. I'm not sitting here saying it's impossible. All right, let's keep going. Listen,
Of illegitimacy, the difference in the black and the white crime rate disappears.
You know,
It's an amazing fact.
It would be an amazing fact if it were true, but you know that. But look, well, I mean, it is a big part of it. Listen, I've got two very small children. I've got my eye on this problem a lot. You know, I'm trying to raise black kids here in Los Angeles. I'm not a part of the pro-crime lobby.
think about that for a sec. I'm about to grab my coffee. Hold on one sec. Man. It's just, to me, it's just weak men at an all-time high. Weak men at an all-time high. So what's the answer, right? What's the solution? Be better. We just got to be better. I don't know how else to explain it. We got to be better. And like Queez always says, be the change. We may not be able to influence everybody at once, and that's cool. That's cool. But we just start off slow. We move in a way that we know is the right way to move. We keep integrity at all costs. We get as much information as possible, so therefore we'll know what strategies they're using against us, and we move accordingly. It just is what it is. But a guy like Van Jones, it's really embarrassing. I think that was the last clip that I want to show, but let me just make sure.
So everybody's been programmed. We got to fool why the media is basically trying to smother, ignore, distract from, and on.
They wouldn't tell us about the transgender.
We don't know. But
all right, so I want y'all to, this to be the last clip. So they're talking about how.
Well, we don't know. But they haven't.
That's how we know.
They're talking about how the suspect, whoever did this Kansas City crime, or Kansas City shooting at the parade for the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, how it wasn't put out there, what type or what color the shooter was, or what nationality, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is a real thing, and it goes back to our black on black conversation. We have to understand that the news outlets, they are controlled, bro. They are controlled. We already went over. They're controlled by the pharmaceuticals. The same people control everything in this country. A select group of people. Everybody is controlled. News stations are not what our parents thought that they were when they were growing up. Maybe it was more of that, to where they just give factual information. There was more integrity. There is no integrity when it comes to what people will report. If it's not in the best interest of their particular candidate or their particular political party that they're aligned with, they will spin it in a way or not even put it out there or wait a year to put it out there.
It's not a white man, I can tell you that much.
Well,
hold on. Let me go to it again.
Here's a second clip of Ann Coulter making a point about why the media is basically trying to smother, ignore, destroy.
Let me just get to Tafari's comment real quick. I hear you. I'm just saying it's easy for you to say that, but what's going to be done when you're in it? It's like a play breakdown and someone saying do better after the fact. Bro. You know what's so weird to me is that, and I'm talking specifically to black people, we don't care about the odds when it comes to, oh, I'm going to the NFL. I'm going to become the world champion in boxing. I'm going to go to the NBA. I'm going to be an influencer. I'm going to be the world's biggest rapper. We don't care about I'm going to sell drugs. We don't care about the odds in all of these particular areas. But then when it comes to the odds of us just standing up as leaders in our community, we talk about all the odds that are not, oh, it's not in our best. Bro, you became a professional boxer. What were the odds of that? Should somebody have told you, or should you have told yourself like, yo, it's impossible what you're looking to do? No, you just kept doing it and you figured it out. It's so weird to me how we accept these odds with such confidence. But literally, when it comes to something as simple as just being better leaders in our families, we bring up all this other stuff. Well, a woman may still leave us. Feminism and the government have made it hard. So even if we treat our women and raise our family right, that woman's going to jump ship. And we think about all this other stuff. Bro, nothing's a guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee. And look at what you just did. You like literally the first sentence that you wrote was, bro, I'm not taking the blame from men. Look at the last 10 minutes of our conversation. It is taking the blame from men, bro. It just is. It's like saying like, yo, I don't want to take attention off of this person, but let me highlight what this person did. It's like, yo, you're just doing it. I don't understand. And I don't understand. I'm just saying it's easy for you to say that. It's easy for me to say what? What's necessary? Yes, it is very easy for me to say what's necessary. Bro, you're missing the point. So Tafari just wrote, you already know that you and I are exceptions, not the rule. You're missing the point. It does not have to be an exception to be a good father. Other cultures have it in their communities. You're making my point. We embrace the things that are way out of reach. Like we embrace, oh, I'm going to become a boxer. I'm going to become an NFL player. Go to any fourth grade classroom in the hood and ask them kids how many people want to play professional sports. That's why I tell them none of y'all are playing. I'd say that to kids. But they will embrace that and truly believe in that. You don't know how many people when I was in college and high school, league or die. They used to put on their Instagram pictures, league or die. Damn, either go to the NFL or you're going to die. So why do you embrace those terrible odds? But then when it comes to just being a good father and being a good leader in the community, we act like, oh man, like that's an exception too. No, bro. Why do we embrace one that is far less likely to happen, but then we run from something that is simple? It may not be the easiest task, but it's simple. It's simple. Be a responsible man and raise a family. Be a leader. I don't hear any of these kids when they're saying that they're going to go to the league talking about, well, shit, man, it's damn near impossible. We got this against us. I got this against us. They're like, nah, I'm going to the league. But then when it comes to fatherhood and being good leaders in our communities, it's like, well, we got this against us. It's damn near impossible. Bro, you're making my point. And you don't even know it. That's the whole point. We are exceptions with sports, but why do we embrace being exceptions or having to be exceptions where this is clearly, we got a 1 in a million shot of playing professional sports, but we'll embrace that. But then when it comes to being a good father, we like, oh, that's out the question. Shit, we got the government, we got feminism, we got all these other things. We can't, like, what? Being good fathers? Bro, come on. Come on, bro. Come on. Like I said, hear what I'm saying and then respond, bro. Like, literally, you're making my points for me.
Track from what went on in Kansas City. Let's play that clip.
I mean, we don't know who did this shooting, by the way, the Super Bowl shooting.
We have some idea.
What?
If it were a white man shooting, we'd know.
Well, we don't know. But they haven't.
That's how we know it's not a white man. I can tell you that much.
Do you think they were repressing that reporting?
They wouldn't tell us about the transgender woman that shot up the Christian school for what, like a year? San Bernardino out here. Remember the crazy terrorist Muslims? That's when I first noticed, they're not telling us who it is. It's not a white male. The longer they go without telling you, it's not a white male.
Okay, well, for this one, for right now, as of Friday night, February 16th.
We know.
We don't officially know. Okay, you have special powers.
She doesn't have special powers. She has common sense. And everybody knows, I halfway like Bill Maher.
That may be special in these days.
The level of willful ignorance and naivety that he will occasionally display to please his audience. Well, because it's Ann Coulter. She's conservative. She's a white woman. She can't be right. So there has to be some other truth here. We have to play dumb and pretend like, even though there was, before Friday night when they're taping that show, there was all kinds of stuff on social media.
I do want y'all to see another clip. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Juveniles. And we can't talk about juveniles. And so that's why we're...
Hold on. Let me fast forward this.
Who profited from... I love that. Use my promo.
Enough of the Z side.
I think it was made better fits the description of thugs.
So I just want y'all to see this last exchange. They're talking about the word thug being used. And y'all kind of, let's just play it.
And
I don't know. Maybe it won't be as relevant.
As related to the shooters. I don't know who better fits the description of thugs.
Matter of fact, nah, we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on that. Let me go to the video. I wanted to show the video, since we're talking about it, the video that Tafari sent over, because I think it applies. Did I? Hold on. Let me make sure I got the right video. You texted to me, right? Big bro? You texted to me. Let me just make sure I saved it. See, we had a long text exchange, bro. Oh, it was on Instagram. That's why. My fault. I was looking on Facebook. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up on Instagram. My bad. Give me a sec, man. Give me a sec. I wasn't going to go this route, but since we're already talking about it, why not? Why not? And then I'm going to finish off with a positive video. Actually, I kind of already told y'all I was going to do it. Yo, you know what? Actually, we're not getting on the women. We're not going to that video. We're gonna talk about a couple other videos. I just don't want to get into that. Yo, I know y'all may think that I like talking about all that relationship stuff. I don't. I really don't. It is necessary to talk about in a lot of ways, but it just becomes like just the same cycle of information being repeated. So let's take a look at this, and I want to get y'all thoughts. If we have time at the end, we're gonna get out of here at 9:30. But if we have time at the end, I'll share it with y'all, and we can go over it. But there's a couple videos that I felt were needed to be shared as we transition out of the weird, stuff that I said, weird times we're living in. But let's get to this video. Hold on.
replace repetitive. AI will increasingly replace repetitive jobs, not just for blue-collar work, but a lot of white-collar work.
What sort of jobs would be lost to AI?
Basically, chauffeurs, truck drivers, anyone who does driving for a living, their jobs will be disrupted more in the 15 to 20-year time frame. And many jobs that seem a little bit complex, chef, waiter, a lot of things will become automated. We'll have automated stores, automated restaurants, and altogether in 15 years, that's going to displace about 40% of jobs in the world.
40% of jobs in the world will be displaced by technology?
I would say displaceable.
What does that do to the fabric of society?
Well,
yeah, and I guess we've had this happen before, Industrial Revolution, all these different things. As technology advances, what do we see more and more of? We see more and more kiosks replacing workers, whether it's Panera, whether it's McDonald's, all these different things, automated things. They're saying whether it's trucking, I believe he's even going to get into the restaurant industry where things will be pretty much automated. Sales. I suggest that everybody get very comfortable with selling themselves. Selling themselves. You know what? One of the greatest lessons that I ever got is I was working for a surgery center. I was actually an employee of the surgery center at the time. And I was in a sales role. And we were just recruiting doctors to the surgery center, similar to what I do now for one of my clients. I'm just independent now. So we were recruiting surgeons to join our surgery center. And I got this information. From my mentor at the time. And he told me, he said, you know what we get paid to do? And he said, to make people feel good. To make people feel good. And it reminded me, you know what's so funny? I'm going off on a little tangent. I don't know if y'all know my young boy Franklin. I don't know if y'all know my young boy Frank. Frankie baby, the baby. Yeah. So Franklin drives me crazy. He's 3 years younger than me. And I met him when I was probably, what's up, Aunt? Good morning from Rockland County. All right, baby. Appreciate you checking in. So my young boy, Franklin, just to kind of give y'all backstory, I met him probably, I was in like 9th grade and he was in 6th grade. And maybe we were at the Y. I was probably at the Y with Queez. We used to go to the Y every day after school. And I just took a liking to this young boy. And I just put him under the wing. And he's always been under the wing since. And what happened was, we just became cool. And if you know Franklin, this will make sense. But long story short, Franklin told me one time, he went to school down in Miami. So whenever we used to go down there, he used to just finesse getting us into club situations that we probably shouldn't have been in. Whatever. He would just set up the whole VIP in certain ways. And I said, like, yo, what? One time I asked him, I was like, yo, why do these people do this stuff for you? Like, why? Like, and he just said, yo, I make shit look good. There's a value in that. But I want to get back to what my mentor told me in this particular meeting. He said, you know what people pay us to do? And he said, people pay us to make them feel good. AI will never make somebody feel good like a human exchange, like a human connection, I should say. The connection between human beings that AI will never be able to compete with is making somebody feel good. That's the role of a salesperson. So no matter how many of these different technologies that they put out there, who's going to sell the technology? Sales will always be a role that will not be replaced. I don't care how many ads you put out there, how many Google ads, Instagram ads. There's just something about being able to communicate something from human to human that will never be able to be replaced by AI. Now, AI may be able to, I've seen some things where they're like taking human images and saying it in a particular way, but we have to understand that AI intelligence, we built it. It will never be superior to us. It may answer things faster than us, but as far as the connection between us, those are the things that we need to lean into. So I'm just kind of suggesting, this is a little bit of a tangent, but I'm just suggesting that people start embracing the role of sales in their lives. Even if you don't see yourself as a salesperson, all of us are selling something. All of us. Whether you're a teacher, you're selling a particular this set of knowledge to the kids so that they will buy into it and embrace it. It doesn't matter, like no matter what job you're in, you're selling yourself first and foremost. So when we can embrace this, that's going to give us tools, skills, and attributes that allow us to compete and win against AI, because this AI technology is coming whether we like it or not. It's here. It's here. And so Anthony brought up a good point. He said, I haven't been on here in a while. It's good to have you back. But he said, that's because the creators of AI are soulless. We could definitely spend a lot of time debating on that. But AI is soulless. AI is soulless. They will never be able to put soul. That's the connection, the spiritual connection that we have between each other. They will never be able to do that. And I suggest us leaning into things that are in our advantage, no matter what industry we're in. No matter what industry we're in, because that may be the very thing that prevents us from losing our job and falling victim to being unemployed and all the other things that come along with that. Let's be prepared. Let's be ahead of it. Let's be ahead of schedule. So let's keep going.
In some sense, there's the human wisdom that always overcomes these technology revolutions. The invention of the steam engine, the sewing machine, the electricity, have all displaced jobs, and we've gotten over it. The challenge of AI is this 40%, whether it's 15 or 25 years, is coming faster than the previous revolutions. AI will increasingly replace repetitive jobs, not just for blue-collar work, but...
So just something for us to think about. I think it's important. I think it's important for, like I said, for us to get ahead of this. Don't be scared of it. Let's just be prepared. Just like we were having the conversation earlier. Let's just prepare accordingly. Let's understand what we're up against, understand the trend of the industry. Let's get ahead of it and figure out how we can benefit and take advantage of it. Let's figure out how we can be the ones that take advantage of it. If we're in a particular industry, then we know best exactly how AI could be applied to that industry in order to be successful and compete against us. We got to understand our competitors. That's any competition. We got to understand our competitors. So time to step that up and get to it. So this next video that I want to share is by my boy, Chris Hansen. I thought that for a lot of us and maybe it's just a good segue into what this next video is. But when we talk about setting ourselves up to compete against AI and setting ourselves up for different opportunities, a lot of people are looking at entrepreneurship. I think that it's good for everybody to explore, even if you arrive at the point where you believe that it's not for you. I really don't. It's hard for me to embrace anything not being for you. But let me say, if you arrive at the place where you just don't want to do it, but I think it's good for us to explore, because a lot of times it's just simple changes that you can do the same work or just different type of work and bring a team together, and now you have the same opportunity. The same thing is obviously going to be more responsibility and accountability that comes along with it, and a little bit more risk. But with greater risk, there's always greater opportunity. So at least it's something good for us to explore, look into, because you may be looking at it where it's like, damn, I thought my boss was working harder than me. I'm doing all this other stuff. So you may surprise yourself with the opportunities that are presented to ourselves when we explore entrepreneurship. But if we do, I think this is very important, what my buddy's going to talk about. And real quick, Anthony wrote, Maya Angelou once said, it's not what you say or what you do, it's how you make people feel. That's a fact. And that's something that AI will never be able to compete against us in, ever. So appreciate that, bro. All right, let's get to this video.
I encourage everyone to stay on a salary with whatever company you're gonna leave as long as you can. Keep income coming in and putting shit to the side what you're trying to build. And I did that. I was still with a corporate company and I started doing independent contract work on the side, selling other medical products. Because I had the relationship with the doctors already. So if it wasn't competing, I could sell them other products that were different. So I started diversifying my income streams. So I had multiple streams. That way I had a little bit more freedom. It was a good 7-8 months of me not making any income, investing before I started seeing returns. And that's been different for every business. That was my first jump off the ledge. Scary, but I truly believe if you take that leap and give that to God, you'll be rewarded for that in a way.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The money that you're making, it could be saved or it could be invested, and the best thing to invest it in is yourself. When you start a business, you're basically just betting on yourself, and all these expenses, you know, eventually they'll pay off.
Yeah.
And that's, like you said, just follow God and see where it takes you.
Yeah, bro. And I'd rather fail on my own accord than someone else have my freedom in their hands, like a boss or a corporation or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
I encourage.
Yo, when I tell you, like, being around certain people, bro, my bro. So this is my dog that I spend a lot of time with down in Miami. He's built for all of this, bro. He's built for it all. I'm telling you, he's just one of those people that, and when I say built for it, I'm not saying like, oh, he could just take anything when it comes to entrepreneurship. You know, he's just, when I say built for it, I mean, he is very, he understands the industry that he competes in, and he's willing to compete while also understanding that the risk that he's taking and still marching forward in his purpose. So that's what I mean as far as built for it, and just having an understanding, preparing, you know, not just jumping out the window and just diving into a situation without understanding like, yo, maybe I keep my corporate, you know, keep my corporate job, keep that salary, build this on the side. It's no different than what I'm doing with OG.com right now. And speaking of OG.com right now, yo, I need y'all all to do me a favor. I need y'all all to do me a favor. Everybody that's on here right now, let me get off the screen. I need y'all to do me a favor. OG.com is up and running. Now, the first part of the I need all of y'all. Hold on, man. And I got to put it in the chat. I need all of y'all. And I'm about to show y'all. This is the selling aspect. OG.com. Hold on. Matter of fact, how are we going to talk about sales? And I ain't even selling my own joint. Hold on. I want y'all to go to this real quick. I want y'all. Yeah, I'm selling y'all on something. I'm selling y'all on upgrading y'all lives. You feel me? Selling y'all on upgrading y'all lives. All right. So this is, if you look at it, this is the website. I want y'all all to click on here. Not now, but I want y'all to go on here later and simply apply for a membership. I want y'all to apply for a membership. Now, this is going to cost, hold on. It's like a Netflix membership. So on here is going to be professional development, personal development. We got a book club. We got fitness instructors giving out stuff. We got a wake up call twice a week, you know, just helping people accountable at 6 a.m. where my buddy G Mitch is going to give some game on that. We got a bunch of dope courses and contributors that are going to help us in various areas to elevate in our lives. So with that being said, everybody that's on here, the cost is $15 a month. I'm going to give y'all a code that takes off, I think, $5. Matter of fact, we'll use my boy. He's been pushing it. So I don't have a code. So I don't have a code because I want everybody else to be able to get credit for the sales. I don't want to get credit for the sales. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to sell and help my people out. So this code, my buddy Dre, I just spoke to him yesterday. So I want y'all, hold on, did that pop up? All right, so Andre 5 off. But what I'm going to do for y'all, because y'all rock out with me and tap in, I'll pay for y'all first 2 months. I'll send y'all the reimbursement. So it's going to be $10 a month, 2 months. I'll pay for y'all first 2 months. And if y'all ain't feeling it, then y'all could go y'all way. But I want y'all to embrace it. I want y'all to accept it. I want y'all to try it. And I really don't even care about the payment. That's why I said I'm going to reimburse y'all. But what I really want y'all to do is apply. And there's an application process that we've kind of discussed before, but it's going to allow us to get to know you guys better. So that way we can kind of tailor the programming and kind of connect you with different things and different people that may help you in that particular area of need with your goals, but also it's going to allow you to get to know yourself better and hold yourself accountable. How do I know that? Because I applied, because I went through the application process. So I wanted to do it myself. So I want y'all to apply. Yo, as soon as y'all get it, I'm gonna be very upset if I'm offering y'all to reimburse y'all and everything. All right. Use that code Andre5off. Go to OG.com, apply for your membership. You can stop it at any point in time if you're not feeling it. And like I said, I'll cover y'all first 2 months, but I need y'all to do that. I need y'all to do that. Why? I need to put pressure on the people that I'm building with to grow and elevate themselves, so that way they're putting pressure right back on me to do the same. That's the only way that this is going to work. As your team grows, as our team grows, we grow. It is what it is. So that's a little side note, a little plug. But of course, I'm gonna plug my shit. Y'all out y'all mind. Plugging, we plug your business. And if any of y'all got some stuff going on, or if any of y'all want to do a course, this is what's so amazing. Got people that typically are into fitness who I've reached out to and spoke to, like, yo, you want to do a fitness course, or what you thinking? You want to? And they're doing stuff that has nothing to do with fitness, but they just want to contribute about things that they're passionate about in order to help other people. So that's what the gist of it is. But let's keep going. When we back to, I'm gonna go to the next video. But entrepreneurship, the last point that I was making with my boy is that keep your day job, keep your salary, and just build something, figure it out, learn more. Even if you're not building and really investing and starting your business, just kind of do some exploring. We all got a lot of time on our hands. Let's trim off a little bit of the Netflix time, a little bit of the FaceTime time, and whatever else we're doing, scrolling through Instagram, and let's just start reading and looking up stuff on our industry. Even if we're on social media, use it as a tool. Start looking up some people in your industry that may be doing some things that you may want to explore later on. All right, so let's get to this next video. We'll finish off on this video. This was one of the dopest videos I've seen in a long time. A lot of times we talk about sports, and this occurred with me where understanding the benefits of playing sports. One thing that it would be very hard for me not to force my kid to play sports. Now, they're not playing football. That's how I feel right now. A lot of people think I might cave into the pressure and just, I don't know. But I don't even have any kids right now yet. So my future kids, right? My future kids. Sports are so beneficial, man. They teach you so many lessons, skills that you can apply and give you a huge advantage over whoever you're competing with in life. Matter of fact, it gives you a huge advantage just to be successful just by having those attributes within you. How to work with a team, how to be disciplined, how to be committed, how to wake up earlier than everybody, how to develop a sense of accountability where if I put in this work, I'm going to get better results. From that standpoint, all these different things. How to become a better leader. When I told y'all when I first left football and started working at the medical device company, my manager kept asking me like, running track and cross country is dope. Doug just wrote that. That's one of the most disciplined. Those are the type of people I tell you I would hire. And it's not the sprinters. Give me the mile runners and all that cross country stuff, because I just need that consistent energy. So I love that aspect to it. It's going to develop a certain mental toughness, I would assume, with running track. I know that the cross country would develop a certain mental toughness because every time I run a mile, I feel like, I just overcame not wanting to do this at all the entire time that I'm running. Every step I'm asking myself, why am I doing this? But you continue to push through, and it teaches yourself a lot about yourself, and it helps you grow. So my manager was telling me like, you got any other sports people? Why? Because they like to hire former athletes. They like to hire former athletes. And this gentleman, this may be one of the dopest things that I've seen on social media for a while. Listen to how he wants these young kids. I'm going to steal some of this. I'm going to be honest. I'll email him and tell him I'm going to steal some of this, but that's what it's for. I'm going to absorb some of this game because how he presented this is different. So let's take a look at this.
Tell me your name, your school, and I want you to say these words. During my 4-year career, I was in charge of managing a small team of, give me a number.
My name is Vernon Johnson II. I go to UNT Dallas, and during my 4-year career there, I was in charge of managing a team of 26 or 27.
Weekly, we had meetings to discuss the game plan of what we're going to do going forward.
Weekly, we had meetings to discuss the game plan and things that we're going to do forward.
After each project that was completed, we had an after-action report.
After each project that was completed, we had after-action report.
And we gave feedback on how my team could get better and progress for our next project. I just made you an exec talking about basketball practice. Don't just take this sports thing as like, well, I just play ball. You ain't just hoop. You're a team captain. You manage them. So every week I reported back to my upper management on what I think our team needed to get the project going forward. Upper management then gave me the instructions to give to my team. Tell me your name, your school, and I want you to say these words. Doing my
Perspective. And a lot of times, I would even argue that this could make somebody even a better football player by just breaking down exactly what goes into leading a particular group on the field. If you're the captain of your team, I never even looked at it like this. And this is gonna show people what it takes to become a leader, to want to become a captain, not just to put a C on your jersey so you look cool, but to understand the meaning of what's really behind it and to understand how you can connect that directly to being successful in life. Like this was mind blowing to me. Hold on. No, ohgi.com, bro. So it's OG. It's out here getting it. It's an acronym. So I'm gonna write it again. Hold on. It's ohgi.com. Hold on. Now it's looking like the chat's not showing up. I don't know. I thought, yeah, it's ohgi.com. So this type of thing, I thought it was dope. All my chats are not coming up. I don't know what's going on with this. Let me get out the chat and then come back in. It is what it is. Hopefully I'm seeing all y'all chats. If not, then my apologies. But yeah, I just wanted to finish off with this on a positive note because perspective. If you're a big brother, hold on, what's going on here? I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. Maybe they don't want me to talk to y'all about being a big brother. I don't know. If you're a big sister, if certain things that you're contributing to a household, you may be an assistant manager at home. We just have to understand that what goes into it and apply that, because when we understand, a lot of times we go into certain situations where, even with sports, where I go into a situation and my confidence is high when it comes to sports, but now I'm going into the work world and I'm thinking like, damn, these people got much more experience over me. Like, how am I going to do this? Because I'm not realizing all the things that I can actually pull from that actually gave me more experience than them. You get what I'm saying? So just us understanding the things that we've done our entire lives, but understanding how those helped aid to our development and growth in various areas, that's what's going to allow us to grow. That's what's going to allow us to have the confidence in order to compete with whoever it is we may be competing with and to demand more from ourselves. And once we realize how these things impact us, then we're able to maybe even become better at those things. Being a big brother, being a better teammate. So, hold on, let me see. Oh, Shy, what's the movie The Hill? Shy said, Doug, I saw the movie The Hill. Is that a track movie? Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Movie The Hill. Is that a cross-country movie? The Hill is a 2023 American biographical sports drama film about baseball player Ricky Hill overcoming a physical handicap in order to... Oh, that's the picture, right? Wait. This isn't about Dave, is it? Hold on. No, this is a true life story of Ricky Hill. All right, I'm about to say it sound like that. All right, so yeah, so baseball. All right, we got to check that out. The Hill. Matter of fact, we need a movie club too. Book club and movie club. Let's add that in there. Yeah, I'm about to say, as I'm reading it, I'm like, yo, is this Dave's story? All right, so with that, let's get our 30 seconds, man. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, we're getting off at 9:30. Let's do our 30 seconds on how, if we just accepted 100% accountability in our lives, what activities will we then have to do? So think about a particular goal or an area of improvement that you're looking to improve in. And just like I asked y'all the question before, the things that we pray for, whoever we're praying to, what of those things we could not do and build ourselves with our village or by ourselves, whatever it may be, whether it's a personal goal or a team goal. For our 30 seconds, think about a particular goal that you have. And if you were 100%, if you held yourself 100% accountable for the outcome, what would you have to do? What type of mindset would you have to embrace? And what would that look like? Play it out. So 30 seconds, let's go. All right. Yo, I'm serious about that movie club. I'm serious about that movie club. We're going to do it. That's what we do. Yeah, we think about dope ideas and we just do them. That's the goal of all this. That's the goal. That's why it's so important for us to exchange this energy. We just created another course. Now, who's going to help lead that course? Y'all think about it. But y'all know what we're here to do all the time. Elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint, as well as doing what we are destined to do and what our community, our village needs. All right. Onward and upward, strength and honor. We're going to get to that big bag, fill it up with everything. Fill it up. Let's be purposefully greedy. We talk about purposeful abundance. There's a certain level of purposeful greed. We want to achieve more, because it's our overall purpose, not just for self-interest, but for our overall contribution to our community and our loved ones and to society overall. Our global society needs it now more than ever. Friday, what are we going to talk about? Friday, we may get into a little bit of, I was watching this interview yesterday when it came to Israel and Palestine. We may get into a little bit of that. As one of our hot topics, but y'all send me any topics that y'all think y'all would like to discuss. Keep sending the videos. It's helpful. I did want to say, my fault, Tafari, I did see that you say you wrote that you were behind. That's why Tafari wasn't making any sense. No, I'm just joking. The big bro was behind so he may have been catching things a little bit later. So that can obviously change the conversation. So I did want to say that. So with that, I'll see y'all soon. I'll talk to y'all on Friday. Have a good one. Have a great one. Have an amazing one. And approach today, just like the last couple weeks, as if that small break or big break is here. It's on the way. We just got to go downstairs and pick up the package. So with that, I'll see y'all soon.